So we are here with Raul Rios, who is the founder of Latinos Unidos NYC. And this is Greatness Magazine, and we're looking for great activists, so we chose Mr. Rios for everything that he does. So say hi to the people.
Hi, people.
So the first question I wanted to know was, how long has Latinos NYC been in existence?
Latinos NYC has been in existence just about close to 2 years here in New York City. Yes, and we're going strong. We're going strong. The word about Latinos NYC growing and doing for the community, it's what's making it strong. Our motto is spread the word, together we grow. At the same time, is one community at a time, one day at a time.
Cool. So what inspired you to start in Latinos NYC?
Latinos NYC was founded due to the fact of what I do for my community already. I'm a coordinator for an organization called Friends in Need. And I started out as a volunteer. They seen my dedication, so I guess I got a promotion to become a coordinator here in New York City, in which the organization has been there for 5 years, but I've been doing it for 2 years. At the same time, I collect slightly used clothes in all my poetry events, and I send them out to where they're needed the most. Right now, it's a program in Brooklyn called Independent Living. The director is Maria Torres, a very best friend of mine. And this program is for unwed teenage mothers who are trying to get their life together and their education together. So why not help them out the best that we can help them out. My community just doesn't exist of the Lower East Side, where I'm born and raised. All 5 boroughs is my community.
Nice. So what other services do you provide outside of, collecting clothes and delivering clothes? What other services does Latinos NYC do?
What I do from a 9 to 5, I'm an HIV counselor. I'm also a substance abuse counselor. And I gear my website and those services, although my job is for adults, but outside my job, I gear those services towards the youth of the community, the adolescents of the community, and I try to help them as far as sex education is concerned, because they don't teach that in schools no more. I try to teach them how somebody can get transmission of HIV, and I use my life due to the fact that right now you're filming the next drug addict that's been a crack user for years, a marijuana and coke dealer for years. So I use my life as a tool to help them not to go where I went, but to continue with the education that's in front of them.
Okay. Why should someone join and do volunteer work with Latinos NYC?
To join, I really don't. It has to be in you to do what I do in life. It takes people 50, 60 years to find their calling in life. Such as yourself, at your age, you already know your calling. At myself, I'm 47 years young.
Nice.
Not old. And I found my calling. And my calling is to serve my community. So, therefore, I am a humble and grateful servant of my people. And whether you join Latinos NYC or not, you have to have the dedication in your heart to do what we do. And it's to help somebody's less fortunate than you. Somebody might say that eggs and rice is not food. But you know what? I'll give you 10 people that'll say that's their dinner. So we got to be humble and grateful to do what we do in life. And whether you see me on LatinosNYC.ning.com and join us there, or see me in the streets, you can always come aboard, always.
Okay. So I know you do where you give clothes, you do feeding the homeless every weekend. How do you get funding for all that? And I know you also do poetry events. How does that work for Latinos NYC?
The poetry events is my venue to preach, quote unquote, what I do for a living for my community. There is no funding for Latinos NYC. Whatever I do, collecting these slightly used clothes, and if I wash them, it comes out of my pocket. I don't have a funding for them. We are gearing and heading the right directions to a nonprofit organization. But for my poetry events, and the funding comes to the poets and writers, majority of the time. And they know what I do for a living under Latinos NYC. Therefore, I get that funding without no questions asked. But when I collect the slightly used clothes or the books that I've just been receiving, everything that I send is out of my pockets.
Wow.
It's strictly out of my pockets, you know.
Wow, that is serious. That's love. So if people wanted to donate clothes and all of that, they can connect with you also at LatinosNYC.
You can connect with me, yeah. LatinosNYC.ning.com. Raul Rios, P.O. Box 20468, New York City, New York, 1009. Even better yet, 646-352-1759. Call me, not collect though.
Not collect. He's like, don't charge me. Nice. So one last question,
Sure.
because I know you mentioned earlier that you used to be somebody who was dealing drugs, and then you've been a user, and you've kind of done this whole, you have done this whole 180, and I feel like you've just recently taken it a step further by getting your bachelor's. What is your bachelor's degree in, and what are your plans to do with that?
I'm 47 years old. I just received my bachelor's degree in sociology. What I plan to do with it, I'm taking this year off and going back to school, either Fordham or Hunter, for my Latinos, Afro-Latino studies, to get my master's. And then it encompasses my sociology and what we do every day. Feeding the homeless, waking up, seeing people is sociology. The community is sociology. Everything you see, what we're doing now is part of sociology. Having my poetry read in about 5 minutes is sociology. I'm just there for my people. I'm there for you, Sabrina. I'm there for Ensign Burroughs. I'm there for anybody that needs me in their community to help out. All we need is a couple of people with a couple of good brains to brainstorm and do the right thing.
Nice. Well, thank you very much, Raul. It's been a pleasure. Say bye to the people.
Check.
Cuídense. All right, bye.